energy, we shine so bright. Click that play, it's time to groove. This is the moment we're in the mood. Snap, snap, working out. Flip the vibe, show 'em how. Feel the rhythm, don't hold back. We're on the track, yeah, it's a fact. Light, head ready, keep it alive. With a spark, yeah, we're turning the tide. Feel the groove, let it light up the night. Sassy and smooth, this is our vibe. Roll that reel, it's time to slay. Every frame screams, let's seize the day. From the top to the end of the beat, this is your stage, move your feet. Snap, snap on the show.
It's Ravi. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Ravi-Renee Show. All right, let's get to it. What are we doing today, guys? What are we doing today? All right, so we are doing several things today. So, first, let me go ahead and introduce myself once again and make sure we have everything we need to know about what we're doing, where we're going, where we're heading, and all that jazz. Okay. So again, I am Ravi-Renee. If you don't know me, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button, you're hitting that like button, and you're hitting that notification bell. I am your monetization coach. I am your teaching. You are learning with Ravi. Okay. So let's get to business. All right. So, happy Friday, learners. Happy Friday, learners. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. In this week's class, we are taking you through all the steps of how to plan your content. If you saw my promo, it was ditch your 9 to 5 job and become your own boss. This is your first step. All right. So today we're going to start with defining your niche. And by the end of the class, you will have a complete schedule for your content. Okay. So determining your niche and planning your content is the first step in monetizing your platform. If you want to ditch that 9 to 5 and work from home, type yes. You guys, type yes if you want to ditch that 9 to 5 and work from home. Type yes if you want to be your own boss. And again, while you're at it, hit that like button and click that subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get access to more lives like this. Are you ready to get to work? Okay, awesome. So we do have a special guest scheduled for later today as soon as she's done putting her kiddo down because we're all moms trying to do this mompreneur life. All right. And so as soon as her baby is down, she's going to be on here with us. Her name is Crystal. Her YouTube channel is linked right there in the description. So make sure you are clicking her and going over to her channel and showing her some love as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Peep. Hey, Macasia. Welcome in, y'all. All right. Let's get started. I'm trying to get my. There we go. All right. So to assist you in tonight's lesson, I have put a link in the description. The link is a simple worksheet. Okay, guys, it's a simple worksheet. It's a Google Docs that's going to open. You can edit it yourself. If you want to be able to edit it, however, you are going to have to make a copy. All right, so I'm going to quickly show you how to make a copy of the document. All right, so let's get out of that. Let's add this one. Let's share a screen. And let's click on this one. All right. If you want to make your own copy, it's going to open up in this document. It is Public Content Planning Worksheet. You're going to go over here to the File menu. You're going to click it open, and you can either make a copy if you're in Google Docs, or you can go down to download and download it as a Word document so you can work on your computer. Okay? It's as simple as that. Now, let me warn you. All right, let me warn you. I have a different brain. The worksheet is for my brain. So it may not work for everyone. Okay. It may not work for everyone. So click or type yes if you're ready to get going. And we're going to just start with how to define your niche. Now, I know we have some veterans in here, but on the playback, I know we're going to have some newbies and we might have some newbies that join the screen. So go ahead and type yes if you're ready to get going. All right. I feel like I need some background music, guys. Next live, I'm going to have some background music. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do is determine our niche. Okay? So, a niche is basically for social media, a niche is a group of people who shared interests, needs, or characteristics. All right. It's a way to target a specific audience with content or products. All right. So to put it in simpler terms, right, your niche when it comes to creating content is your action of service that you provide to your audience. I'm going to say that again. Your niche is the action of service that you provide to your audience. All right. So when you have your worksheet open, all right, the first thing you're going to see is defining your niche, and it says, what do you do? Okay. Before you can define your niche, you have to start with what do you even do? Okay. This could be a job, a skill, a hobby, what have you. What do you do? All right, go ahead and type it in a chat. Okay. What do you do? For example, I'm a stay at home mom and I'm an educator. That's what I do. Okay. That's not my niche. That's what I do. Okay. So when you're working out what your niche is, you have to figure out what it is that you do first. What you do helps to determine your audience. Okay. What you do helps to determine your audience. All right. So your audience are who you are talking to. So ask yourself the question, who am I talking to? If I'm a work from home mom, if I'm a gardener, if I'm a florist, who is my audience? All right. And you have to define that for yourself. Is it other gardeners? Is it people who want to learn how to garden? Is it other work from home moms or other moms who want to learn how to work from home? Just who is that audience? Is it moms? Okay. I define my audience as moms and people who like to learn, especially if they like to learn topics related to technology. Because I really like technology. Okay. So you have to define what your audience is. Who are they? Who are you talking to? Who are you serving? Okay. So you have what you do, people who like to create. Yes, Pete. People who like to create. All right. So you have what you do and who your audience is. Okay. Now your niche, your niche is your action of service. Okay. Your action of service. Your niche is your why. Why do you do what you do? Okay. So, what is your action of service? Is it teaching? Is it motivating? Is it entertaining? Is it something else? But it is your action of service. For example, my action is teaching. Okay. My action is teaching. I love to teach. Okay. So, when I define my niche, I can define 3 different niches. My first niche is I teach how to enhance your social media content. Okay. So, who's my target audience in that? Typically, moms or other creatives who want to learn how to enhance their social media content. Right. My second niche is I teach how to find work from home opportunities. I teach how to find work from home opportunities. This is specifically targeting that audience of probably moms or parents, all right, who wants to spend more time at home and they want to make money at home. Okay. So I'm looking typically at parents who want to work from home. Okay. The third niche I have is how I teach how to create and maintain a work life balance. Okay. And again, that audience is probably going to be parents or someone with some type of responsibility of caretaking other people or even caretaking themselves. Okay. So, although I have three niches tonight, okay, so Peep says motivation. Okay. You're going to go with motivation. Yes. So, what is your motivation? What are you trying to motivate? Who are you trying to motivate? All right. You're trying to motivate people who create. All right. So, you're going to motivate people to do what? All right. That's what you have to teach. I motivate people to XYZ. I motivate people to create. I motivate people to create artwork. I motivate people to do XYZ. All right. So, what is it that you motivate people to do? And if I'm late with these, the comments are pretty delayed. So if I'm late in answering your comments, just chalk it up to that. Okay. So what do you do to motivate? All right. So I have three niches. You don't have to have three niches. You can have one. You need to have one. Okay. But make sure you have at least one. Do not confuse yourself with having a bunch if you don't have time to do a bunch. Okay. My brain is just crazy. And I actually have way more than three niches. And I had to tone it down a little bit. All right. So Peep Star says motivate others to create and make artwork. Yes. Am I back? My sound went out for a hot second. All right. I think I'm back. All right. Let's try that again. All right. So, okay. I'm back. Thank you. All right. So Peep says she wants to motivate others to create and make more artwork. Then I hit the applause button, and then my and then something else went haywire. Okay. All right. So tonight we're going to choose one niche for me. So as I work down my worksheet, you're going to work down your worksheet. Okay. As I work down my worksheet, you're going to work down your worksheet or whatever paper that you're going to work with. Okay. So, my niche for tonight is how to enhance your social media content. Okay. How to enhance your social media content. All right. So, that is what we're looking at. How to enhance your social media content. That is my niche. That is what I'm going to teach people what to do next week. So, I'm planning my schedule for next week. But first, I have to come up with some topics. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen once again. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with y'all once again so that you guys can see in real time what I am doing. Okay. Let's go. Okay. So in real time, I would have already filled out what my niche is, okay? Or what do I do? What I do is I teach, okay? I'm a stay-at-home mom and I teach. Okay? Um who are my followers? Who am I going to represent? My target audience are moms and people who want to learn. And then what am I going to do? All right? So I am going to I teach. Uh-oh. I Oh, hold on, I opened the wrong one, guys. I forgot to make a copy. There we go. Told you guys to make a copy. I forgot to make my own copy. All right. I teach how to enhance content. Okay. All right. I teach how to enhance content. Then you have to decide what kind of content do you want to make. All right. It could be one or more. So you can choose from short form videos, long form videos. You can do written like blogs. You can do faceless videos or something else. Okay. So you decide for yourself what kind of content you want to make. I will probably make short form, long form, and written. Those are the 3 types of content that I would make. Okay, so you decide for yourself what kind of content you would make. And I might actually just highlight these so that's easier for me to see in the future, right? Okay, that's what I will do. Okay, so once you have that, everything that we've already discussed, this is where the fun part is, you guys. This is where the fun part is. This is how you start to create your content. You start getting your juices flowing, right? And it's creating a mind map. All right. If you haven't worked with a mind map is a way to start generating your ideas to get those juices flowing. Okay. So we're going to start with what do you do? All right. You're going to type what you do, right? What is your job? What is your hobby? What is your skill? All right. And my job is teach. Okay. Or to educate. When I educate, what are some other things that comes to my mind when I'm talking about educating? All right. What do I want to teach? Okay. Well, I want to teach all kinds of things. So when I think about teaching other people, I'm sorry, guys. When I think about teaching other people, I think of so many things. So the first thing I come to is I like to teach people to enhance their content. That's what we're talking about. So, how do I teach people to enhance their content? What do I teach people to enhance their content? Okay. So, the first thing I would put is AI tools. All right. And you guys already know I've been talking about AI tools for the last couple of weeks when it comes to enhancing content. So, the first topic in my niche, right, and what I'm going to talk about in my content are AI tools. IA, right? AI tools. Okay. The other thing I like to talk about is Canva. Okay. The other thing I like to teach are hooks. Okay. The other thing I like to teach are TikTok rules, right? Never said I could type well. All right. The other thing I like to teach is I will leave it there, right? And then from each of these, you can extrapolate. So let's say from AI tools, what do I want to teach next? I've already talked about how to make AI music. Okay. Now my next one might be using AI, right? I'm going to erase rules just so we can have a straight column here. All right. So using AI to make thumbnails. Have you guys seen that? That's my next lesson. How to use AI to make thumbnails. Okay. For Canva. All right. Using making quick videos. What else can we do with Canva? We could also make portfolios. Okay. When it comes to hooks, types of hooks. So then from there, maybe we're going to do visual hooks. Maybe we're going to do verbal. Okay. So those are some of the things that comes to mind when I'm trying to teach, when I'm trying to educate. Okay. Other things with AI. All right. Let me go ahead and put it over here. Is like I said, music. And what else do I have down here? I have, oh yeah, how to use like ChatGPT. And we can use ChatGPT for so many things. So even with each of these lists, you can then niche it down even further, right? All right. So when do you use AI music? How do you make AI music? What are some of the different things you can do with AI music? Okay. What else can you do with thumbnails? All right. How can you make thumbnails using with AI? Right? What types of tools are out there to make those thumbnails? I can think of two off the top of my head that's out there that you can use for relatively free to begin with. All right. And you can use a standalone one or you can use the AI in Canva. All right. So you start to see how you can start niching down your topics to start creating your content. The more you niche down, the more you start to split apart that those topics, the more elements of content you can make. All right. So if you're stuck with, I don't know what kind of content to make, go to the mind map. All right. We're going to go to the mind map to see what kind of content you can make. We can go even further. I can go all the way down. Okay. So from Canva, there's so many AI tools in Canva. One, I can have a whole month series of just going through the different Canva apps. There's hundreds of Canva apps. Okay. So if I go Canva apps, there's apps to create resumes, there's apps to create websites, there's apps to create music, there's apps to do voiceovers, there's apps to turn your artwork into cartoons, there's apps to make your content into something else. I mean, there's hundreds, right? There's apps to go from voice to text or text to voice, right? There are apps to get a avatar. So Canva has a ton of apps, and if I was to focus on that alone, I'll have a month's worth or more of content just exploring each of the apps within Canva. All right. Are you guys with me? Type a yes if you're with me. Okay. So it's just that simple. And I know I hate when people say it's just that simple, but it really is. If you start writing down the things that are related to your topic, and then you start going off deeper and deeper and deeper into that topic, you're going to come up with so many ideas for your content. And then you're going to have more content ready to go than you're able to even create, y'all. Okay. So let's get to the last part, right? Let's make that schedule. Who in here needs to figure out how to schedule their content? Write me in the chat if you need to figure out how to schedule your content, how to make a schedule to create your content, to organize yourself to create content. That's the better question. All right? Who needs help on how to organize themselves to create content? All right, that's what we're going to talk about next. All right, and hopefully Crystal's able to come in. Peep is like, me. I think all of us, right? And then there's also the difference between having that organization written down and following through. But that's why we're also a community, right? Hey, Crystal's here. I see Crystal. That's why we're also a community. Okay. We are a community that also holds each other accountable. Crystal, give me a thumbs up when you're ready to come up to the stage. Okay. You're sideways. Now you're good. I can see you. No one else can. You're good? You ready to go? Okay. So we're bringing Crystal up to the stage. She's going to do a brief introduction of who she is for the people who are not here and who's going to watch this on the replay. Go ahead, Crystal. Let's go.
Thank you so much for having me, Ravi. Let's go, YT, and anywhere else you're watching us. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Crystal D. I am a digital mompreneur is the title, but I would say I'm a brand strategist, content creator myself, and hoping to make this a full-time thing. No reason to go back to a 9-to-5, and I'm hoping I can help other people do the same. So thank you so much for having me, and I can't wait to talk.
Awesome. And I just realized I didn't have my light on. Thank you so much, Crystal. Okay, so we're just getting actually to the point that is you creating your schedule. So I don't know if do you want to share your screen or do you just want to talk through it?
I am going to have to talk through it. Share. I didn't get to the share my screen part yet. So I guess I would say that people have a few schools of thought for how they can schedule and how they can think about content, right? So a lot of times I feel like we write down our ideas a lot, but we don't execute. So some people need help scheduling the actual content and what they're going to make. Like I talk a lot about sharing your own personal story, talking about research, and maybe even suggesting other people that you follow. Some people actually need more help with the execution. So on Mondays, you record and you edit one video. On Tuesdays, you go through the rest of your edits for 3 videos a day. You know, if you want to have, let's say, $1,000 by the end of the month, and you know you need 253, whatever it may be, because if you were short the week before, right? So maybe you have a really large goal that you want to be monetized or that you want 10,000 followers, right? But let's break it down into much smaller goals and real signature steps, I guess. And I think most of the pause is with the creation of the content. Most of us need to just get up, get dressed, plan what the outfit is going to be so that you are ready to actually hit record, because there's a lot of stalling that happens. And once you just start being creative, I'm sure you've felt it too. I learned it really quickly when I was going live. The more I was able to just allow myself to talk and wasn't worried about my face and my hair and what I was wearing. So if I started the day ready to create, ready to maybe turn the camera on, the rest of the day just seemed to kind of write itself. I've also been really big in 2025 about time blocking. And if you were thinking about maybe looking into that for yourself, I really suggest it. Okay. From 10 to 12, I very rarely let anyone talk to me. Okay. I only have a few hours to make sure that I'm checking emails, doing inbounds and outbounds for other brands, wanting to make sure that I'm working on my own separate portfolios and then creating content, right? So if we're creating content, have we done market research? Do we know what tags we're using? And maybe we're watching other people that are giving us great ideas. So really making sure that your time is, knowing that your time is limited, making sure that you are making the most use of your time. So what about you specifically, Ravi? Are you working on your schedule as far as Monday through Friday, Tuesdays you do this, Thursdays you do this, or more like content strategy? I want to plan these 4 pillars and plan what you are going to, let's say, schedule out.
So that's an excellent question. I am planning what am I doing Monday through Friday and then using the weekend to kind of reset. So like Sundays are typically my bulk creation days. I create all of my posts I'm going to schedule on Sundays. So all of my YouTube shorts, all of my YouTube community posts, right? Anything that is faceless, I'm creating all on Sunday. Then I spend the rest of the week and I just did it. I started it in Substack. Mondays and Fridays are my jobs post, my jobs content. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my tech stuff. So working with Canva, working with AI. Wednesdays and Saturdays are my work-life balance, mom life, things like that. So now that I have an idea of the different topics I'm going to cover each week, it's helping me to figure out how to plan and create that content to make sure it's completed by that time.
I love that. Okay. So I'm probably closer to what you said for the second half, right? Because I have gotten pretty good. Last year, I really needed to work on the actual time because I'm a new mom and I'm learning so many facets of everything. I was the only person, doing night feeding. And so that normally you might think that you might get up and do it during the day, but you're absolutely exhausted, right? So I actually started doing a lot of let's say, market research at night, because it's way easier to kind of scroll, check out hashtags. I don't need to talk to anybody. And I was doing that, right after feedings or what have you. So now I think it's more like you said, I've got my pillars. I know what my niche is. I know how I want to serve my audience. So planning, yes, Mondays are recording days. I want to have recorded 5 videos. I mean, we talk about 4 shorts a day, right? Recording, even if it's B-roll, even if it's 15, 20 minutes, 4 different places, right? Within your house, within just you could have 4 different angles of you typing on a computer, right? So sometimes when I know when we do our other lives in other places, we talk a lot about having like daily challenges, that kind of stuff. And I think the daily challenge has helped me get a little closer to that $1,000 a month, right? So if I know that my niche is going to be this, and I'm going to serve under these 4 pillars, then me creating 4 videos could still be a lot, right? So I needed to figure out, no, I want to create 4 product videos today. I need to create. So that has been my new thing, is that depending on the day, I record certain things for certain niches. Also, I'm in the mindset of talking about it, I feel like, more. If we do content creation all day today, and then I start getting into researching crypto and everything tomorrow, why not continue and make content about that same subject, about that niche, as opposed to going back and forth? Being able to have my Notion or my notepad with all the hashtags I found, with whatever trends might be coming up. I've even started to make folders with the trending sounds, or, whatever has popped off, Kendrick all day over here right now. So if you were thinking Monday, we were going to record 5 videos. By Wednesday, you want to have at least 3 edited, right? So that's a lot. And thinking about how much time editing takes for some newbies, especially for us that, you might have been kind of just like doing little cuts. Now you kind of want to up your game. You want to learn about overlays. And so you got to give yourself a couple hours to be editing each video. So if we're thinking 10 hours, 12 hours, that's a consistent amount of time. And I think that's why the number one thing I've been telling people this year is this planning to be a job or a hobby, right? You want it to replace a job, then we're going to have to get to work. Because the only way that this money is coming in, we got some 19-year-olds out here hungry, right? And they don't got to go to work. Okay. So if you got to do it at 2 a.m. when the baby goes back down, we are here with you. Okay. If you got to do it at 6 a.m. before the kid goes to school, we are here with you. Okay. So I hope you join our community as well, because we actually have a lot of us that are doing the same things. We want to grow and glow up together, and honestly just share each other's resources. So I've actually made a 30-day content calendar that I would love to actually put out for the community. And it just kind of helps you maybe hone in on that day. Today, I'm going to share my story. Tomorrow, I'm going to do resources and documents that helped me, books that helped me, just to give you some topics for the 30 days. And then I know you had a digital product as well to help the peeps. So I think I'm looking for that myself, my friend.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I had that shared for a little bit. I'm going to bring it back up briefly. And basically, the bottom half, the last thing I had on there is just a generic, this is how you create your schedule, right? So you have your work day, and then you have your activity, so what are you going to do? Are you going to create? Are you going to record? Are you going to post? What is your topic about? And that comes from your mind map that we did earlier, right? And then what format do you want that content to be? Is it going to be long? Is it going to be short? Is it going to be a blog? Is it going to be faceless? What exactly do you plan for that content? Now, you can arrange this any way you want. If you want one day to be your full recording day, like Crystal does, then absolutely perfect. If you want to say, well, I'm just going to record 2 a day, but I'm going to just have my plan plotted out for the entire week, and I'll just record and edit as I go, fine. As long as you know what your schedule is that you can commit to, and you stay consistent with that schedule.
I love that. The consistency is what we hear from everyone, right? And I think that probably is the biggest thing. A lot of us heard 3 shorts a day, 5 posts a day, 10 products a day, what can you do? What can you do consistently for more than 1 week, right? So if it's one good video a week, then make it great and pour into it. And don't go, I talk about market research a lot, but don't go out here looking at all of these other people that have tons of ideas and feel like yours is not. Comparison, don't let it be the thief, okay? We all know the quote. So yes, go out there and look around and see what maybe you'll get inspired to do, but don't let it stunt you either. I actually would take everything that Ravi wrote. It looks very similar to mine, and I just kind of brain dump captions, even words, right? If you're thinking gardening and you're like, how to do it in cold, what to do with repotting plants, why does this keep dying, you could come up with all of these different videos really quickly and just allow yourself to kind of brain dump into it. No. I love us.
So yeah, that was the mind map I was talking about. I'm very linear. So I know a lot of mind maps are usually like circular. You do things off the side. I'm very linear and boxy.
I like that though.
So it's the same thing. So these are like my AI tools, right? And you guys can do it any way you want. So, or these are my topics, right? And then under each topic, I did, okay, AI tools, using AI to make thumbnails, using AI to make music, using AI to do ChatGPT, Canva, so on and so forth, right? And you can keep
smart. I like that.
And as you edit it, you can add more boxes, right? Yeah. I only added 3, but you guys can continue to add more boxes and add more topics the way you want. This is yours to make. And so that way you can go, oh, you can start doing the word association like Crystal was saying. Oh, AI. Well, what's the issues with AI? What do people have problems with AI? Why shouldn't we use AI? And you can go off on so many different tangents, even with just one of your topics within your niche.
I love that. And you're right. I was reading it the wrong way. This is great. Now that I see which way you were writing it. But yeah, you don't have to do all the work for us. You already did the work for us. We better be able to add some lines at the bottom of this. Come on now.
Let's do it like this. Let's go ahead and you guys can add your highlights and anything you want. Use it the way you want to use it. I gave you the basic outline, and you can go with it the way you want. Right.
Now, where can we get this if we are rewatching the replay? It's in the
If you're rewatching the replay, it's right there in the link. It's right above my Patreon link. All right. So if you want more hands-on work, if you want more hands-on assistance from me, you can click on my Patreon, become a Patreon subscriber, and you'll get one-on-ones with me where I can help you through your own creative process. Just ask the Casey and Peep. Right, guys?
Woo! Shout out subscribers. Let's go.
Shout out to my subscribers that are super duper supportive. Thank you very much.
I love it.
And do we have any questions from the peanut gallery? Are there any questions, anything that you guys would like to add, or anything you guys would like to know more about? And even if you're watching this on a replay, type your questions in the comments, because we'll come back and answer your questions, and maybe your questions will highlight some more videos we can do in the future. Ooh,
yes, don't get it twisted. Hey, good to see you, Peep. I was actually going to ask you who is in the living room for us, and because it looks a little different through this, so this is cool. Lay, let's go. Listen, and you heard me. I wouldn't even know you were in here, Acacia, and I just started talking about gardening. You're deep in my brain now. It's not going anywhere. Thank you so much. I love it. Honestly, Ravi and I were on the phone, and we were like, we need to stop talking on the phone. We need to just record this and work it out in front of other people. Because we're doing similar things, no matter the niche, we're doing similar things, and it gets me hyped too. So thank y'all so much. Now I'm in here looking at my my content that I had planned. So obviously we're all in different niches, but for example, saying something like, I do digital marketing, and I also love to travel and show the best places to eat and drink. And I was like, how on earth am I going to tie all that together? Right. And I kept asking other people, how can I tie this together? How can I make this a niche, as opposed to just even ChatGPT, right? But sometimes you got to ask me. I should have asked myself. And so I did that. And I did sit down and think about the mind mapping. How can you connect the dots? Well, what are you going to do when you finally quit that 9 to 5 and get this passive income? You are going to want to know the best places to travel, the best to stay places to eat and drink. So why not make that the inspo for what we're working for right now? It's my inspiration for sure to be able to take my entire family somewhere outside of this country and stamp these passports. Okay. So why not allow myself to talk about that and be honest about it in my journey? Content creation is something I'm doing full time, but I'm not getting full time paid. Right. So come along on the journey as we do it together. So that was literally going to be my next video. Why not talk about where you're at, what you've done so far? We're only a couple months into 2025, inviting somebody to come along with what may be a year-long journey, or hopefully, 15, but we getting passively paid by 2026, then yes, please come join the channel. Okay. Come subscribe. And if you are thinking about doing your own, even just a quick, I call it a brain dump, but for lack of a better word, if you just draw yourself 4 boxes, this is what you love, this is what you get paid for, this is what you want to talk about, and this is what you never want to do, right? Or something like that, to give yourself an idea about what might even spark something in you. I see a lot of comments and a lot of people in the back ask us about, how do you know what to post? But if you don't know what you want to talk about, like Ravi showed you in the very beginning with how to actually figure out your niche and what you do, then trying to figure out content and a strategy and a calendar, you're getting way too ahead of yourself. Go back and really think about what you want and what can be sustainable for Ravi said, to be consistent. So thank you so much for letting me add on to your YT stream. This was so cool.
This is awesome. And guys, yes, the main thing is, do not overwhelm yourself. If you are a newbie, and I consider anyone a newbie who's less than a year, but especially if you're less than 6 months at this, do not overwhelm yourself. Just because you see me and Crystal posting like crazy on YouTube, you don't have to do that. You have to do what is feasible for you so you don't burn yourself out. So like Crystal said, if that is 1 video a week, do that. But what you can do to fill in the meantime, is creating those community posts to start getting the engagement on your content here on YouTube, right? If you're on Instagram, maybe posting some static posts to get that engagement. There's other ways to get engagement and grow your platform and expand your following than always creating videos, okay?
True.
If you're on Substack, they have regular posts and they have blog-like posts in addition to video content. So a lot of the platforms that are out here, you can do more than one type of content without burning yourself out. And for a lot of them, you can schedule it. So that's why I said Sunday is my bulk creation day. Sunday is when I schedule. I schedule Substack. I schedule YouTube, right? And I just let it run for the week. I don't have to look at it anymore except to respond to some comments. So do not overdo it, you guys, right? Do what is feasible for you.
How are you liking that Substack, by the way?
I am absolutely loving Substack. And if y'all want to subscribe to my Substack, the link is in the description. Just click on my LinkTree and go to Substack. I absolutely love it. There's so many wonderful brains, people who are thinking and using their brain. I know I'm not going to go too off the deep end, but also
no, I
just love how everyone is there to try to learn how to build community, right?
Sure.
I like the blog portion, the blog that you could also have as your newsletter, right? So I like to blog like a couple times a week, but you can use it as your newsletter to do a newsletter once a week to send out to your subscribers. You can have unpaid subscribers. You can have paid subscribers. And no, I'm not being paid for this. So this is not a paid promotion or nothing else like that. But I am absolutely loving Substack. All right.
But if you do want to pay her, if this is Substack listening, please shoot her an email. Make sure you get her some affiliate money ASAP, okay? Because she's about to sign me up too, for real. So we might as well see if we can get you some affiliate money. Only other thing I was going to see if you did have any other questions, if you wanted to ask about time blocking, or what books we're reading, how we're researching. If you want us to dive into what we're doing each day, maybe you need ideas for how we're really setting up our time, then you got to come back, right? You're going to come back to the next episode. You got to let us know in the comments what episode you want to see, and then you got to join us again.
Actually, I think that might be the next poll in the community. All right. Both of us need to post it in our community. What topic, what do you guys want to learn next? And I know for my subscribers, they have something specific that they want that's going to be for them. But anyone watching, what else do you want to learn, right? We're here to help you ditch that 9 to 5. All right. Our ultimate goal for everyone is to ditch that 9 to 5 and become your own boss. So what can we do to help you get to that point? What can we teach you to get you from working for someone else to working for yourself? And don't forget to join our key player community. Link is in my LinkTree. Join the key players, our Discord. We are a fun, great community of support. And if we don't know the question, if me or Crystal don't know the answer to your questions, somebody in that community knows the answers to your questions and can help you out.
Yes, I'm over here looking for the applause button. You already know. Hey.
Did it come through? Did you hear it?
Also add, was it hooks or CTAs everybody had a problem with? So we're gonna help you and give you a freebie, but you got to let us know. We're not giving it all away. Okay. So it's either hooks or it's CTAs. So you let us know in the comments. And thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much for everyone that's in here and that's going to be watching. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe over to Digital Mompreneur. And I'm sure you've already subscribed to my friend Ravi here. Thank you so much.
Yes, her link is in the description, y'all. You don't have to go far. Just go to the description, click on her name. All right, go there and show her some love and become a subscriber to her because she has amazing content as well.
Thank you.
So if y'all don't have any other questions, then we are going to start closing this out. Make sure if you have any questions, you are emailing me. My link is in the bio, or dropping a comment in here and we will definitely get back to you. Okay? Until next time, you guys. Toodles.
Love ya.